Look how lovely you can look on somebody else's money. And here she's talking about Prince George's first holiday. Prince George was named after the great-grandfather of the illegal William, the father, and Elizabeth, who's an illegal monarch and sold out Great Britain. And here she is again. How lovely, right? Easy to do when you're spending my money and the British money. By the way, King Edward VIII, his own brother George, who they named the baby after, how far can you go to take a swipe at somebody? King George the illegal sixth kidnapped me when I was age 2 and 41. He kidnapped the future monarch, Victoria II. That's me. That'd be me. He took down his own brother, King Edward VIII, my father, who was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, Windsor, legally, and it didn't sit well because she was a commoner and had been Catholic and Irish. So my uncle, and I'm assuming, I don't know this for sure, I'm assuming that my grandmother, Mary, wasn't on my mother's side or my father's. They took down my father, and along with the New World Order, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergers, Kennedy, Joe Kennedy, who was ambassador, and Roosevelt, and the rest of the New World Order, or the Freemasons that have occupied the president's seat in the United States since it became a what? So it wasn't enough to kidnap. Excuse me, let me go over this since I'm having a rough time. I'm 75, and you talk about illegal things done to me here in this country and the way I've had to live. And the money takes different forms that poured into this country on my behalf to keep me alive. I want to go back to this, though. How dare these people flaunt my money, live in castles when I've been made a pauper and made to beg for a home and live in shelters and on the Appalachian Trail, and that's just a few days out of my life, to where this country has really tortured me beyond belief. This is on other tapes if anybody cares to see beyond the, one time I looked cute too. And I didn't even have my own money. And for it to be given away by this woman, who, by the way, I wrote a book, I'll say it again. I've got videos, I'm on Facebook, and I've been telling about mind control murders since a book I wrote in 77, 78. And I had antifreeze put in me on April the 1st of 80 and should have died. And that's just a few days out of my life. They don't want this told. They do not, the Windsors do not want this told. I hope I had some family in the Windsor family. I don't know. To me, it looks like all of them are money hungry, sell out my father. An imposter married Wallace Simpson. They all knew it. They put a 99-year seal on it, stole the monarchy, and kidnapped me and sent me over to Moulton, Alabama, and gave me the name of a twin. And from day one, I lived in a hell that very few people, I know people love to step up and say, well, everybody knows hell. No, they don't. A lot of people like these people that are thieves, sold out their country, should be in a prison that only God can put them in. And she represents the Church of England. I hope I have my day. I clear my father's name, and I give back to Great Britain what's supposed to be theirs. I hope I can help. At least I'll try for whatever bits and pieces I can do, but I want to see this person uh, hauled off in handcuffs. You know what? I hope the world has to see what this country's done to me. You know, if they handcuffed her, you know how there would be an uprising? Maybe I'll get lucky and the truth will be told about it all. And I got to tell you, I don't think there's a lot of people that would be left standing that would, at least something would be wrong. I was going to say, I wrote about mind control murders in 77, 78, and ended up with antifreeze in me. And I thought it was because of the book I wrote, MD, A License to Kill. It was about Larry McDonald, a congressman doctor, and his plane went down in 83. And I was flown to Larry Flint's, who had been shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and the guy programmed to shoot him. But in 86, I was just shut down. I couldn't even get a place to live in shelter or anything on the side of the road, and living on the trail, Appalachian Trail, just have a place to keep me off the side of the road. So I'd have a place to crawl into at night, freezing, starving. Virginia Tech shooting, April the 16th of '07, was one of the mind control shootings. He was a Korean student, and he ended up shooting himself like a lot of the others. Well, let's see, the Sandy Hook and James Home is being treated for mental illness when that's a total lie. He acted under mind control. He had no way of knowing what was done to him. He's being given psychotic drugs and tortured. They do not want this told. They do not. The agencies or the United States does not want it told. What they're doing with the mental health system, it's one thing to help people who are mentally ill. It's another to program people and use mind control as a weapon, and then lock them up and call them crazy and send them to death row. And all the time, thinking this is a sweet little thing. You know, I don't even know where my sons are, Mark and Scott, the legal heirs. And I hope, again, I'm going to say it, that the world is laid out and they have to see what they did to my sons because of our name, who we are. We didn't commit the crimes. I was born. My father and mother didn't commit the crimes. These people did. And justice, why are they above the law?